What's up, chat? Let me start by saying, if there's any screen tearing at the top, I apologize. I don't know how to fix it. I've tried multiple times. I don't know. It appears to have gone away, apparently on its own, because I didn't fix it, but it's... Oh, no, it's there. I don't know. Fuck. I'm being haunted. I'm being haunted by this fucking glitch. But I wanted to come on here and I wanted to talk a little bit about dysphoria, because I've recently been alleviated of it. Not entirely, but just enough that I can sit here and speak on it, you know, with some clarity. And I wanted to just try to give a detailed description of what it feels like. Kind of just put my experience out there. Maybe it'll help crack some eggs. Maybe it'll help some cis people just understand close to just even try to get closer to an understanding of what a trans person's experience is like. But, and of course I'm just speaking for me. I'm not speaking, you know, for the trans community or anything. I'm just a guy. Well, was a guy. But shit. I'm being attacked. No. Apparently I can't even breathe right. What? W start to the commentary. Brother fucks up breathing. My dialectic does not lean much to the idea that I'm non-binary, but shut up. I am. I'm trying to, you know, correct. But let me start with when I was a kid, because some people are like, oh, have you always been this way? Did you become this way? And at least for me personally, I want to say I've always been this way, but I mean, when I was a kid, it's not like I was thinking about gender. Let's be real. I was just, you know, a little stupid little fuck, just walking around causing trouble, you know? I mean, it's whatever every young AMAB does. Just terrorize the neighborhood. Watch out for that little shit. But, you know, it was chill. It was chill. It wasn't dysphoria ridden or anything. It wasn't that bad. I mean, there was nothing to be dysphoric about at that point. Then you start reaching, like, teenage area, and then AMAB puberty. Like, they told you it would be bad, but they underestimated. They didn't tell you how horrible it would be. And it really is fucked. It was not fun, for me anyway. I never really enjoyed it. All I got was angrier, more confused, and my head hurt. Because I had tension in my forehead that I honestly thought I like was just like fucking myself up with weed, but I realize now was just so much fucking tension in my forehead that it felt it was close to like a headache all the time. Just constant tightness. It was not fun. But just across the whole body, not just the forehead, but the forehead was where I really felt it most. And we'll start with the physical, since that's just where my mind first went. There are a couple of instances I can give you that are really telling about it. And the first is, there was one instance where I had a leather jacket. I had my beard, which was like, I don't know, almost like a chin strap with a stash thing. I don't know. I pulled it off at the time. Fuck you. But but I don't know. I don't know what to call it. But I had that. I had a leather jacket. I had black jeans. I was masculine. I was the man. But I never felt like the man. I might have in the moment, but this was my thinking in the moment. It was, damn, I look good, but, and then that but just left me, shoved me with like, but are you sure? Are you sure about that? It was like that John Cena. Are you sure about that? No, I was not sure about that. That was a lie. That was a lie I was telling myself. Hey, whoa, simmer down. Don't give me a wall weapon. Nice. Nice. But it was things like that, and honestly, a lot of it I didn't even realize beforehand, like the forehead thing. But when I saw myself in the mirror, I did appreciate it objectively, aesthetically, like in the masculine sense. Like, sure, I look good for a dude, but that's what? But that's what? I couldn't finish that sentence at the time. That's why I'm not. The answer was, but I am faking it, but it's inauthentic. And there's one other instance. There's plenty more. Literally every day, you get up, walk around, and you're like, I hate my body. I hate my body. Get me out. Get me out. Get me out. Get me out. Just constantly, just your id just constantly screaming at you, the primal part of you screaming, oh, this is wrong, what is happening? Like you're in some fucking body horror, like you've been taken over by a parasite and you're watching your body change. Ew, ugh, it's not fun. Not fun looking at yourself when you're dysphoric. It's an awful experience. And the other one, it was even worse. At one point, was in this very chair I'm sitting in right now, talking to you about this. And what I did was, I simply looked down. And that was a cardinal fucking sin at the time, because on my chest, first off, I had a beer belly. And, I hated it, but I didn't realize why I hated it at the time, because I'm currently at about the same weight, but I don't hate my gut nearly as much, because it's not super masculine anymore. But... Bruh! What are we fucking me for? Fuck you! That's better. That's more like it. Asshole. But I was looking down, and I saw my hairy chest. My chest technically is hairy, but, like, I shave that shit constantly. Constantly. But I shave my whole body constantly now, because I can't stand the sight of hair on myself. I looked down, and I swear to you, I wanted to crawl out of my skin. I wanted to, like, grab from behind my head and be like, taking the skin suit off, we're done. Okay, nope, can't do it. Can't take the suffering any longer. Get me out. Now, I'm not saying I wanted to SH or anything. I just really, really hated my body. Just really fucking hated it. Just on a visceral level, hated looking at myself. And those are the two instances of the, like, physical dysphoria. So let me just talk to you a bit about the mental aspects of dysphoria. And how I experienced them. And that was, one, I couldn't understand my emotions at all. Were shit. You give it, like, say I had an argument, like a very, very light argument in the morning, just like a slight misunderstanding with a coworker, and we just got into it even a little bit. I was tilted the rest of the day. That was it. I was tilted permanently until I slept next. And then I woke up just slightly less tilted, pretty much. There was never a moment where I wasn't tilted. Aside from, like, the first 12 years, between, like, 13 and 21, I didn't feel a day of peace. Not one. Every day was a dysphoria-ridden hellhole. Now, and I still had good days, of course, and I still, like, went out and did things, but, wow, everything was effortful. And if I got into any kind of small argument, I couldn't handle it. I had no sense of self to stand on in any kind of argument. So the moment anybody pushed on me a little bit, I would just fold instantly and not be able to do anything about it. I would literally cry at pretty much every argument and then just end up admitting, I'm sorry, I don't know, I'm sorry, I'm so horrible. And I would just repeat I'm sorry over and over and not really be able to understand what went wrong, what I did, what they did, whether anything was fair or not, because I couldn't get past just, well, first off, when you're in a fucking tornado, it's like, yeah, I can't hear what's being whispered next to me, because the fucking siren's going off over there. So it's like, no wonder these little signals are being lost when I'm being constantly screamed at by my body. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it, get me out, get me out, get me out, get me out. You fail to realize how bad it is because you don't remember anything else. I mean, you remember being a kid, but you just think, you know, kid shit. Of course the kid's not stressed out. That's just not true. Most people don't go through life thinking, you know, I hate everything about my body. I hate everything about it. I would just, I need out. And again, not in an SH way, just in like an existential way. And the not being able to feel or to really understand my emotions really hurt my relationships at the time, because I had this one friend. She put up with so much from me. She was amazing. But I mean, eventually she gave up, and I'm like, oh god, I can't blame you. Well, really, I said I gave up, but really I'm a fucking dumbass, and it was entirely my own fault. But even in instances of arguments that weren't even my fault, I couldn't distinguish what was mine and what was somebody else's. I just took on all the bad emotions. Wait, did I just slide through that and not take damage? Okay, no, I did. Is Banana Colada over here? For some reason, I feel like it was removed. It is. Based. Hardcore Zombies fan over here. Hardcore Zombies fan. I'm not touching Black Ops 7. Fuck you, Treyarch. You disgust me. Activision. Burn. Why are their heads disappearing? Like, completely. Oh, because they're being gibbed, maybe? I don't know. Let me get back to topic. I got distracted. Excuse me. But, yeah, you can't understand your emotions. You can't understand when you're in the wrong. You feel bad all the time. You don't have a sense of self because, I mean, any sense of self you crafted was inauthentic and therefore a lie, and therefore you never really felt it. You were just cosplaying a person more than you were being that person. It's not fun, to say the least. And now being on the other side, where my forehead doesn't hurt all day long. Not hurt, but just like, I hated the tension in my head, but it's gone now. And I used to always brace my stomach a little bit. I would constantly suck my gut in, is what I'm saying, but I have stopped completely. And it's incredible. Incredible. I now don't look down and think, get me out. I look down and think, I am okay. I can relax. That was a thing I didn't... I had trouble trying to figure out how can people relax so easily? Like, the only way I could relax is if I took enough edibles that I couldn't fucking do math. So, and I can do fucking any kind of math I need to in my head. I can do any kind of allegations, fractions, whatever. It doesn't matter. I can do it. But I needed enough weed to just fucking TKO my mental. I needed to be stupid. I needed to be paint licking. And then I was okay. I was chilling. I was chilling when I was paint licking because I was too fucking stoned to be able to think of anything else. Thankfully, I grew up in the era of THC instead of alcohol. Otherwise, I would probably be fucking face down in a ditch somewhere dead from alcohol poisoning. But I really understand why cis people can't understand how bad dysphoria is, because they don't have it, and they have nothing that even comes close to the experience of dysphoria because they've never felt it in their life. They haven't. I mean, they felt moments of insecurity or dissonance with their body where they don't personally like it for one reason or another, or would like to change it in one way or another. But usually they can do that because what that means is like something like, oh, I don't like how heavy I am, or I wish I had a bigger butt. And both of those things you can work into. You can work your way into bigger glutes, or you can work your way into, you know, fat loss. It's not impossible. I've lost 70 pounds myself. No Ozempic, by the way. That was years ago. Just the gym. And the gym was helpful. The gym Gym kind of made me feel better. Even though when I looked down and saw my arms as big as they were, I was also kind of like disgusted at that to begin with. Because now I look down and my arms are like maybe half the size they were. At least to my perspective, they look like they've shrunk dramatically, and it's like, that's so based. That's so based, because I don't want people to read me as any kind of masculine. That shit is gross. Don't treat me like that. Don't treat me like a man. And I started growing my hair out. I cannot tell you how fucking amazing. I apologize, I was singing earlier. Hitting too many notes. But my hair, oh, my hair. It just growing it out, and currently it's like, I don't know, maybe halfway down my ears, maybe to the bottom of my ears at this point. And I slick it over to one side. I don't know how to do hair. I don't know. I don't know what style I have on my head. Similar to what this CIA agent has, but instead of a mid part, it's a side part. And my hair is just on one side. Just brush to one side, brush to the right. But seeing the way it frames my face in the mirror, and seeing that plus some eyeliner, and I feel fucking incredible. It's euphoric. It was euphoric. Now it's just casual, I know I still like it. That's a fucking lie. It's not casual at all. I love it. Love it. But it just makes me feel okay. My hair makes me feel me. My hair is like an anchor for me. It allows me to be me. Because people can say, like I'm currently in a school that doesn't allow me to paint my nails. Otherwise, my nails would be black right now, or would be some random color of the rainbow that I decided to do that second week. But I do miss that, and that was rough taking that away, because by that point I hadn't had much treatment for my dysphoria outside of the personal aesthetic choices I had made. Now it's not so much of an issue because I've gotten real clinical treatment for it. But I do miss that. I do enjoy that. And because I enjoy the androgyny and I enjoy the femininity. I don't enjoy masculinity in the slightest at all. It's a facade, it's fake, it's bullshit. And frankly I don't really respect it when I see it in men unless it's done right, because very rarely is it done right. But yeah, it's whatever. I'm preaching to you about how bad men are, you probably know. You're probably gay or gay adjacent if you're watching this video, so. But that's my experience, and I can say if you're trying to ban GAT, you truly have no fucking clue what you're doing. You have no idea. And when I say GAT, I mean gender affirming hormone therapy. That is what I mean. HRT is technically also a correct term, but cis women also do HRT for like menopause, so yeah, they can't ban my estrogen because the fucking problems they would cause with women, it's not happening. Even though testosterone is an anabolic steroid, so it's a controlled substance, and trans men, I mean, good luck with that. I know they're rude about that shit. I'm sorry, I'm kind of a pharmacy guy as well, but that's not guy. See, and I say guy, and it's like, I still accidentally use he pronouns for myself in my head sometimes, and it's like, I try to fix myself. Because if I can't do it myself, how can I expect anybody else to do it? Well, that's just my line of thinking personally. People are wishy-washy about the pronoun use thing, but I get it. Now that I understand why he, him is very offensive to me, I get it, and I go by they, them, but I don't publicly. I'm not out. I'm kind of, so I'm trying to transition quietly, believe it or not. but it has given me my life. Legitimately. It is the only reason I will be able to do as much as I can in my life. It has opened me up unbelievable amounts. Unbelievable. I can talk to people. I feel like myself. I legitimately feel like myself now. Previously it was like a fucking passenger. It was like, yeah, another day clocking into this fucking body. Here we go again. Oh shit. Well, that's good. I'm close to done anyway. But it was fucked. But it's not fucked anymore. And why is it not fucked? Gat. And because people respect me, and because they're willing to be nice to me. But that's my experience with dysphoria. I'm really curious how trans men experience their dysphoria, because personally, like, I can't imagine it being better going from more emotional clarity to less. But you see, that's just my perspective, so I don't know. I'm very curious by the trans-masculine perspective. Because it's a perspective I don't understand. It's legitimately just the opposite of me, so it's interesting. But, that's it. Thank you.